Hey everyone, Scotty Collier, West Ham Fan TV. Welcome to the big match preview. I'm looking ahead to the Crystal Palace game Wednesday, 8 PM kickoff at the London Stadium, where we just need to continue where we left off against Leeds United. Decent performance, great result up at Ellen Road, where we don't normally do so well. And let's be honest, 2-1, it should have been 3 or 4. Disappointing the chances that we missed, but a very, very good team performance and some excellent individual performances. For me, Balbuena's performance on Friday night was one of the best that I've seen him play since he signed for the club. So, not going to be easy. Palace, we know, well organised, well-drilled side, going to be very, very tough to beat. They are unbeaten in their last 2 games. They got a very decent point on Sunday against Tottenham, who are obviously top of the league at the moment. So, they took the lead in that one but couldn't hold on for the win. So they're going to be, a bit buoyant for that. Plus, they did the double over us last season. So they're going to be looking at that and they're going to be confident going into this one. So, we can't take anything for granted. But we are going into this game in very, very good form. 2 defeats in our last 9 fixtures. It's been a long time since I can say that I've said that, so we've got to be confident going this, but we can't afford to be too overconfident. But I think also in our last 12 fixtures against Palace, we have scored in every game, which again, that's a good stat going into this one. Stats against us, obviously, as I said, they did the double over us last season. We've only got 1 win in our last 6 fixtures against Crystal Palace as well, which is a little bit worrying, but I think we can go on and get a win in this game. As I said, Palace, well organised, well-drilled side will be hard to beat. But I just think we've got enough about us to go and get. But we can't be overconfident. As I said, David Moyes hasn't lost back-to-back games at the London Stadium since he's took over at West Ham, which that again is a very, very good stat going into this game. So I've not really seen a lot of Palace this season. Normally I keep up to date. I haven't really chatted to my mate who's a Palace fan a lot lately, so I don't really know the ins and outs of what's going on at the club. As I said, they have got some players we need to be wary of. When we look at the injury loss for us, obviously Antonio and Masuaku are definitely out. We've not had any other reported injuries at the moment, so we're almost at full strength, just missing them 2. And they are key players to be missing. Palace are without Wickham, Kelly, Hennessy and Ferguson going into this game. But as I said, they're going to be a little bit confident, well organised, hard to beat. They've got players like Zaha, who we know on his day can beat any team. Let's be honest, he's one of them players who is the standout player in their squad, if I'm honest. But there's other players we need to be wary of as well. I think Eze is his name, obviously a target for us through the summer window, who ended up going to Crystal Palace. And we've got to be very, very wary of Jordan Ayew. Decent record against us. He's got 4 goals now for Palace in fixtures against us. He did score against us last season as well. So, he's one of them players who, we've seen it before, players who have a good record against certain teams always pop up with goals. So he's going to be one that we need to keep an eye on. Speaking of players who have got a decent record, someone who's going to be pushing for a start in this game, who didn't feature against Leeds. I don't think he come on anyway. Manuel Lanzini. He has 4 goals in 6 games, but he's he's been involved in 5 goals in the last 6 fixtures against Palace. So, he's going to be buzzing for this one. Palace are one of them sides that he seems to step up for and always puts a decent performance in. So, he's going to be pushing for a start. Will Moyes tinker with all these games we've got coming up over the Christmas period? I can't see him sticking with the same 11 all the way through the Christmas period. So we're going to have to start rotating players soon and start giving players some match time. Could this be a game for Lanzini to step into? Maybe rest Fornells or Bowen. Be interesting to see what he does. But one player who does have to start in this fixture for me is Benrahma. His performance the other night was absolutely brilliant. He's the type of player that constantly wants the ball. You can see he takes the game by the scruff of the neck, and he's a goal threat. Even though he didn't get a goal, he is a goal threat and going forward, and he causes defences a lot of problems because he's quite unpredictable in how he's going to go. So personally, I think Moyes will probably stick with the same system and the same 11 going into this one, and maybe we might start seeing changes further down the line as the fixtures come thick and fast through the Christmas period. But no, this is one game I am very, very looking forward to. I've got a little soft spot for Palace. You know, I said one of my mates, a good friend of mine, supports them. I think I've missed one West Ham Palace game in the past 7 or 8 years. So, you know, it's always one of them fixtures I always look out for, a bit of banter between me and my mate as well. So, fingers crossed that we go on and get the victory in this one. Thank you very much for watching. We will be doing a watch-along for the Palace game. There will be a post-match pint. Probably, as it's a night-time kickoff, will be filmed on the Thursday. I'll be back Thursday or Friday with my preview for the weekend fixture. And one thing left to say, come on you Lions.